Mario 64, 3D action platformer. That was our.
Was it communicated? I remember just sending you guys.
I think that's what it was.
That's what the majority was, right? All right, so we'll call this action adventure game. Cool. We're gonna make a new 3D game. We all have Unity 5.4.0, right? Because it's treating scene files a little bit differently with the latest version, so we have to be on the same engine.
This is on the same.
So 3D, right? 3D of course. So 3D, what was the name again yours?
What's the name of what?
So 3D, and then what's the name of the one that you did? The name of the project?
I called it Action Adventure Game.
Action.
Yeah.
How do you get 5.4? I'm not.
Just downloading latest. You'll know you have latest if you go to Help About Unity 5.4.0 F3. They changed the licensing model. It says like personal, professional, enterprise. Still the cheapest one's the free one, and that's the one we're going to use. It looks a little bit different if you haven't updated since last term. We've got this weird little title thing up here now. It's actually the name of the currently loaded scene file. And because we're going to be doing stuff with multiple scene files, if you have something up there called untitled and you make a new project, you're good.
Mine says your data is up to date is 5.3.2 F1.
Yeah, that's what mine is too. So I just downloaded from the site. It'll update.
Well, when you open, do you have untitled in the hierarchy tab? All right. So let's see what we remember. We did a little bit of a Unity review last week, and components, materials, game objects, hierarchy, and how to export. So we got our feet wet a bit, but we need to remember how to develop some things. When we start programming, first thing I like to do is change layout to 2x3 because it's real important to see the scene view and the game view. It's a little bit bright in here. Can we shut those blinds? Would it help the projector? I don't know if it will. No. Nothing. Okay. So we're making a Mario Adventure 3D project. So what's the first thing we need if we're going to prototype gameplay? With any project, we want to understand like what's the core, what are the core game mechanics. So it's like the most important thing we're going to want to see. Yeah, the guy, right? So like navigation, moving and jumping. To do that, we're going to need some stuff. So let's make a ground to start. Right off the bat, when I say new cube, the latest version of Unity actually populates you with a directional light and a main camera, which is nice. We'll make this our floor. How do we rename a game object? Just by click and rename. And we'll make this, for our purposes, 100 by 100. So it's kind of nice. It blends in with the default sky dome. You can make a train if you want. It might be a little busy, but you're welcome to. I'm gonna make a new material. I'll call it green. Because my floor is gonna be green. Alright. So if we're prototyping game mechanics, we're gonna need something for our player character, or our hero. I'm going to save the scene file, save scene as 1, and you're going to see that the untitled in the hierarchy tab up here changes to a little 1 beside the Unity icon. So it's telling us we've got this current scene file loaded right now. Okay. Going back to our hero character. We're going to use 3D geometry primitive to represent our character. We're going to do the some basic character and camera controls. And once that feels okay, or once we have enough to keep moving forward, we'll add some animation, some like a skin model and some animation to it. And then we'll be able to develop a lot of gameplay systems from that. But to start it, we need like some basic look and feel stuff. So we'll use a capsule for our hero. And we make a new capsule, and it's penetrating the ground. How do we fix that? Yeah, so I'm going to move it up 1.5 because I know that that's the height of the default capsule. And I'm going to name him Hero. Sometimes I'll use player, sometimes I'll use hero. And to make it look really high contrast, our hero will be red. Okay. If we're going to use just a capsule for our character and we're going to do Mario 64 navigation, what's the general idea when you're moving the left analog stick in a Mario game? What way does the character actually walk?
It walks relative to its current facing direction. The right stick sort of changes right stick changes the camera itself, left stick moves the actual.
Yeah, exactly. And if we're prototyping character movement with just a capsule, we're going to have trouble knowing where the facing actually is, right? And so what was our trick from last term?
Attach the camera? Or no, use a script to, you grab the character and then you just have it offset by a certain amount.
That would give us a fixed camera. You're right. That's definitely how we can do that. We'll do it a little bit differently. If we need to know what way our guy's facing, let's add a little hat or something, just so we can have a visual way in game to know where he's looking until we have our full model in there. So I'm going to give him a little cube here. I'm going to call it hat. I'm going to make that a child of the hero, and I'm going to move it up. I'm going to move it forward, and I'm going to make it small. It's not really a hat, I guess. It's more like a facing vector. He looks a bit like a Dalek. Maybe I'll make it a little bit longer. There we go. So that's our facing. We know that's our facing because what vector, what local axis is always forward? Z is always forward. X is always to the right, and Y is always up in our coordinate system. When we're doing Unity game programming, that's true. So we remember that Z is forward, and so we deliberately put our hat on the local Z axis so we can see it. Because we're not going to see the widget in game view.
So sir, just wanted to ask a question. I
Sure.
don't really know even how to ask. It's just that my thing is updating, so I can't really do much.
Please.
That's what I'm saying. I can't do much. I can only watch because
Okay.
it is updating. I don't know how many other people. I don't know if I can see through other people. I can't.
Should I pause for a minute until everyone gets loaded up?
That's what I was kind of thinking. If that's okay.
Show of hands. Show of hands and keep going. Okay.